Hey, stop it. Let's see. What's up, Miss Jennifer? How you doing? How you doing this morning? Happy Friday. Happy blessed Friday. It feels like I have not YouTubed in probably a good little minute. It has been a pretty busy week. It's been a pretty steady week. It has been a week of so much change. So much change. It's currently cold here in Mississippi. But it is a blessing to be back on YouTube. It was one of those things where I was just waiting on God to release me to come back to YouTube and release the word. Blessings to you. Trying to get started right. Listen. Blessings to you, Kanima. Blessings. And thank you so much for, ordering those things off of the Amazon wish list, Miss Jennifer. It was a surprise. I had no idea. And it's like I went to the post office to get an order or a not a return. It was a return, but they exchanged an item for me of some workout shoes. And I came out with a package. I'm like, I don't have no other packages, but okay. I had to think like, God, what is in this package? And then I saw the note. I said, Lord, I had no idea. So thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. And to all of you guys that have been ordering things to help us turn this place into an actual studio to record in. Our declaration, though, is don't fear the new. Miss Jennifer, I was like, I got no other package. I'm going to say it again, though. Our declaration is don't fear the new. Hey, Lord, listen, Bell G08. Hey, Miss Allen. I'm going to say it again. Don't fear the new. It's like everybody talks about, and even we sometimes, before we get the blessing, before certain things happen, we get so very excited, so very anxious, so impatient while we wait. But nobody talks about the moments where the blessings come in a way that you didn't expect. But at the same time, not only did they come in a way that you didn't expect, but they scare you a little bit. Blessings, Visha. Sometimes, we know what we're believing God for, but sometimes when it happens unexpectedly, happens in a way that, we did not expect. But then at the same time, nobody talks about how sometimes when God is bringing that blessing to fruition, because of all the unexpected surrounded by it, that sometimes we fear. So last night was one of those nights where a lot of unexpected stuff happened yesterday. I've had a lot of unexpected things happen yesterday. And it left me feeling perplexed, questioning God. It left me in a state of mind where I'm like wanting to reject what God was doing. And I'm gonna be real. I had a moment of like being a little bit rebellious because of what happened. So pretty much yesterday was one of those days where I got my hair done because it was time. And then I got an unexpected message. And for those of y'all that have been following me, it was my first coach. Haven't heard from him in 3 years. Well, really 2 years. Like, have not talked to him. Didn't want to talk to him, if I can be real. And I got a message, and pretty much he apologized to me. In so many words. He apologized for what he did, to me. He apologized. I was not expecting it. Didn't expect him to reach back out, but he apologized. For those of y'all that are like, what did he apologize for? When I was working with him, I'd ordered a lot of things from him that I did not get. And I decided to take a break from him in 2021. And in so many words, he didn't want to give me the stuff, nor did he want to give me my money back. In fact, he didn't give me all my money back. He gave me a portion of my money back. He didn't give it all back. He only gave me a portion of it back. So I was just kind of like in a state of, I'm not fooling with you no more. Like, I didn't scam you. You can't say I did nothing that no other athlete did, because I paid you what I owed you every month. I never asked you for a favor. And so it was one of those moments I was hurt by it, and it was kind of out of sight, out of mind. But yesterday he messaged me, texted me actually. Luckily I had him unblocked. And in so many words apologized. And he hinted at, me coming back to the team. And so I knew that God, I just kind of played it off because I just played it off. But as I was praying yesterday afternoon before like the TikTok live, the Lord began to deal with me. And I heard God say, God, what you want me to do? Like, what do you want me to do, God? Because it don't matter what I want to do. What do you want me to do? And in so many words, God told me, I want you to go back. And I felt some kind of way. I'm going to be real. Because I'm like, God, you done had me work with all these other people. Like, for what? Why you want me to go back? Why? And as I got to the root of like my emotions, what it was fear. Fear of going through the same thing again. Fear of if I can handle it. Fear of if I'm ready to even tackle this financially, mentally. Am I ready? And I'm going to be real. Even though God gave me revelation and understanding, I stayed up all night stressing about it. You ever had something happen or God do something, and it's almost like even though you hear God, you find yourself literally, right? You find yourself literally like stressing about it. Like you can't sleep because your mind is trying to process all the what if this, what if that happened, what if that happens. Like this was me. I didn't go to bed until midnight because I was literally stressing about something, a blessing disguised in a way that I did not expect, coming in a way that I did not expect. And it literally made me question, like, am I ready? Do I want to do this? I hear what you saying, God. But like, why you have me going all around the world if you knew that you were going to lead me right back to this point? Maybe y'all have never had a moment like that where it seems like, okay, God, I did this, I did that. And now you want me to go back to the first thing you had me do? Like my heart was a little bit hardened. And this morning when I woke up seeking God, in fact, the guy's supposed to call me today. But as I woke up and I just began to seek God, God began to tell me, you're more ready than you know. You're more ready than you know. This is a season of blessings. This is a season of answered prayer. This is a season of the manifestation of what you've been believing God for. But it may show up unexpectedly. It may come down an unexpected path. It may happen at an unexpected time. It probably will catch you off guard. But what God is saying is, even in the unexpected, even in the unknown, you can trust that if it's happening, that you're ready. I wish I could just have somebody to just speak that over yourself. I'm ready. Everybody on here is believing God for something extremely different. Whether it's a vehicle, whether it's a job, it's funny how when we're waiting, we're anxious. We're ready. We feel like, God, I've been ready. And then when it happens, the blessings make you question if you're ready. But God says, don't fear the new. Because as things happen in this season, as they happen, trust that you're ready. Trust that He says you're ready. Trust that He says you're ready. I can remember in 2019 when it was time for me to get that car, that Audi. I had the same fear. Like, yes, God, I've been ready for a while now to get a vehicle. But now that it's here, it almost feels like you didn't give me time to prepare. And my main fear was, am I going to be able to handle a car note? Like, God, this season already been stretching me. Like, it's already been a lot. And you want to add this on top of it? And I can remember God telling me in that moment, my fear was going through the same thing I went through with the vehicle that got repossessed. But I remember God telling me, if I'm doing it now, it means you're ready. If I'm adding this to your life, it means I'm funded. I'll say it again. He told me. He said, if I'm letting it happen, it means you're ready. And if I'm adding it to you, it means I'll fund it. Somebody didn't catch that. If it's happening, it means you're ready. But if it's adding like what you feel a bill or financial burden to you, it also means that He'll cover it. And so what I saw, I don't know what's going on. But what I saw happening is that in that season when I got the vehicle, there was not a time that I was late on that car note. There was not a time that I did not have the money to pay that bill. It was not a time. It was not a time that I didn't have it. Not one time. Wasn't a day late. Wasn't 2 days late. It always got paid when it was due. You can trust what God is doing in this season. You can trust the things that He's adding to you in this season. You can trust where He's leading you in this season. Even when I moved from that first apartment, and then God was like, okay, go to the next apartment, not where I am now, but the place before this one. Like, I can remember when it was time to look for a new place, God started to give me dreams. So I could see, I would dream of the apartment. I didn't know what the place was, but all I knew was that this place only got carpet in the bedroom. It got a long walkway to the balcony. All I could see was a long hallway and a door that opened up to outside. So one day I started looking. God said, okay, it's time to start looking. At the time, that first apartment was paying maybe almost $700 a month for rent. So I'm looking online. I come across the exact apartment. It matched the dream that God gave me verbatim. It matched it. But when I looked at that price, I'm like, Lord, how do I go from $700, it was like $680, to $1,000? I'm like, God, do you not see this is a $300 increase. I just got out of the wilderness 6 months ago. And you want me to do this? So I'm going to tell you what I did. I said, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that, God. You ever told God what you not going to do? That was my sentiments exact. I'm not, oh no, no. And it's like the month prior. Like, I really struggled the month prior to pay my rent. And I'm like, Lord, no. Do you not see what I just went through? Listen, last month, I barely made it last month. Yeah, you covered me all these other months, but I barely made it this last month. What you mean? A $300, almost $400 increase in, no, God, no. So I exited right on out. Listen, it don't make sense. I exited right on out. Right on out of that website. A week or two passed. Time winding down. God says, just go view it. Just go view it. I mean, I'm looking at other places. I'm like, nope. It was a hard no to every other place. God said, just go view it. I walked in. I didn't even need to see the rest of the apartment. I knew that was where God wanted me to be. They had one apartment left. It was a large one. The biggest 1 bedroom. Because God know I can't be, I don't do small. I don't want to be claustrophobic. And I can remember the fear that I had. Can I handle $300 more, God, a month? And again, my fear was, God, you going to leave me here and I'm going to get evicted. Maybe you ain't never had a fear like that. Like, okay, God, you leading me here. But it's such a stretching of my faith that it almost makes me feel like I'm not going to be able to live life. It almost makes me feel like you're going to leave me here. I'm going to struggle and I'm going to lose it. That was my fear. Needless to say, I lived there almost 4 years. I lived there almost 4 years. Didn't get evicted. May have had some months where I had to toil. But for the most part, God did it. He handled it. And for a lot of us, you know, the things that are coming, these blessings, they are going to stretch your faith. If it don't make you question if you can handle it, you really need to be questioning if it's God. Because the blessings coming in this season are long-standing blessings. Blessings that we've been waiting for, that we feel that we've been ready for. A lot of these blessings are stretching us to the next level, because we can't go to the next level without also having our faith stretched. So again, God says, if it's happening in this season, it only means that you're ready. It means that you're ready for more. It means that you're ready for the next step. It means that you are ready. And even now, like the frustration that I felt last night was, okay, God, you had me work with this coach, that coach, that coach. This the last one now. I'm not going to nobody else. I've been following you with every single way you've led me, but I'm not doing this again now. And even now he's reminding me of the prophet Elijah when he sent the servant out to look for, it was a drought, but he had spoken rain. He said it's about to rain. So he sent the servant out and he said, go look. I'm going somewhere with this. Go look. Go tell me if you see a sign of rain. Servant goes out the first time, come back He like, nah, prophet. Ain't a cloud. It's sunny. It don't even look like we finna see rain. The prophet said, go back out. Send him back out 7 times. And I can imagine the more and more that servant went out and did the same thing, that it frustrated him. That it made him feel like, why am I doing this? This is pointless. But on the 7th time, he went out. He came back. The prophet waiting. He like, what you see? He like, it's something real small up there. Layman's terms. It's something real. It's real small. It's real small. But it's something different. But it's real small. And the prophet said, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. So the prophet goes out. And on his way to where it was going, it begins to just pour down. Right. It was like this questionable. It begins to pour down. And a lot of times our journey feels the same way. This was my frustration. God, I have followed you. Like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this thing you've been having me do again. But you see, there's beauty in repetition. The repetition that we go through in the process, the repetition that we go through before God does what he says, there's beauty in it, because every single time you do it, you learn something, you grow, your faith stretches a little bit more, even though we be feeling like, God, I barely got faith right now in this area. I barely got it. But there's beauty in it. It makes the victory that much more rewarding when you see God do it. It gives your faith like a crazy boost when it happens that way. And God is having me talk about it because like some of these things that God is doing, it may look like, God, I already did this and nothing happened. I already did this and it didn't go my way. What you mean you want me to do it again? I done did this how many times? But the Lord says, if you would just follow his lead, you'll see that all the other times of you doing what he told you to do, that it was preparation. It was just preparation. Somebody type that in. Preparation for what he was about to do. And that was what God showed me. That was what God showed me last night. I wasn't really receptive because it was the principle to me. But God showed me, okay, every single time I've had you do it, it's gotten you more and more into the mindset of doing what you need to do. And it's like when you look at things like that from the sense of it's God's way of preparing you, you really can't do nothing but respect it when you see what the blessing requires from you. So to the person that needs to hear this, don't fear the new things that are coming in this season, because God says you're ready. And if he says you're ready, that is all that matters. And that's the broadcast. I didn't even realize it was 9:13. I've been moving slow today. But that's it. Can't help but respect it. So if this has blessed you, can you just simply tell God thank you? If this has blessed you, can you tell him thank you? If you have not given this video a thumbs up, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up. Or maybe somebody else that needs this word. Yeah. That's it. To those of y'all that feel led to sow, the ways to sow are in the description of this video. You label this, yo, don't fear the new seed. To those of you guys that want to purchase something, sow into the ministry by purchasing something off of the Amazon wish list for the studio, it's also in the description. And so that is it. I encourage y'all to join me on TikTok. I'll be going live there. Probably try not to be late today, about 9:30. So if you're not following me at thoughtsbyt is the way to do so. And so I love y'all. I'm rooting for you. And so until next time, y'all.